So this happened post Mahabharata, when King Yudhishthir was ruling this planet. And Bhima used to help people in solving the problems. So people used to come with a variety of problems. And so came a day when some people came with problems which will form our basis today to discuss. People were coming, and the first person who came on that very day had a very weird problem. The person came and said, I just created a fence and the fence is eating the crop. I fenced my field to protect the crop. Now the fence has turned to destroy the crop. So Bhima, at that point of time, Bhima said a very weird thing here. This I cannot solve. Go inside, that fellow is sitting, Dharmaraj Yudhishthira is sitting, he can solve it. So they went, okay, then Bhima thought, okay, anyway, Yudhishthira will take. After some time, one more person came, and he had one more interesting problem which he came up. He said, I took a jug of water and I put it in a glass. I put in different glasses. I didn't spill any water. Now I filled all the glasses with the jug. Now I put back the same glasses, I put it back in the jug, but it is not filling up, whereas the jug was filled. Bhima thought, what is this? Why is this day such people are coming? Such questions, I can't answer these type of questions. I have enough other things to do. How can this happen? If I put it down from a jug to glass, it will anyway get filled up. Why is it not matching up? You're sure you didn't spill any water? He said, yeah, I didn't spill any water, but it is not filling up. He said, you can show me? He said, yes, I can show you. And he said, okay, then I cannot answer. You can better go inside. Already one person is inside. You can go and there someone will help you. So you can get your answers by Yudhishthira, you can do that. And he just sent this. Just as he completed this, during that time, one third person came in. And the third person said, well, you know what? You will not be able to assimilate it, but this is what the thing is. I took a needle and through the needle, I pulled the total elephant. He said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, I pulled the total elephant, but the elephant passed through the needle, but the tail got stuck. And I am not able to understand why this is happening. I myself did that. So the elephant went up, but the tail got stuck. Bhima said, sure. I said, yes. And he sent the third person also inside. So all three weird questions, Bhima's confidence was going down. And Bhima said, okay, go inside and ask Yudhishthira. Bhima's confidence level went low that day. Bhima was like, what is this happening, man? But that was not going to be the end. Then one more person came and that person said, well, we were making roads. He said, okay, so very nice. He said, yeah, when we were making roads, en route the road, there was a big mountain. We had to break the mountain and we had to pass through. I said, okay. No problem. Is there a problem in that mountain? He said, no, that's the biggest thing. When we tried to break the mountain, when we tried to break the rock, nothing could break. The mountain was very strong, fully rock hard. It was so strong, nothing could be done. He said, okay, no problem. If it's not helping out, I will come and I will help you out. He said, no, Baba, understand what happened. He said, what happened? No, these all were happening. Everyone, we tried with elephants, we tried everything. Nothing was happening. Suddenly, my neighbor came. My neighbor tied the mountain with a small thread, and we were laughing. What is he doing? He just put a rope around. And then he pulled it slowly. He pulled immediately and it actually crumbled down. The mountain crumbled down. I can't understand how he can be so strong. If Krishna, Arjuna or you all did anything, but how can he become so strong? I just couldn't even imagine that was what happened. He said, are you sure you are saying the truth thing? He said, yes, this is what happened. Now all these four people went inside the room, but none of them were coming out. Bhima was there for some time. Bhima thought, what's this happening? No one coming out. What happened? What happened? What happened? Then he went inside the house. And when he went inside the house, he could not find any of them. So he said, hey, elder brother, I sent 4 people in and they had very weirdo problems I couldn't resolve. So I sent them in. What happened? Did you resolve? Where did they go? I didn't see them going out. Then Yudhishthira asked, what are the problems? So he said, fence eating the neighbors, the glasses not filling up the jug, the tail of the elephant getting stuck, and the elephant being crumbled by a small rope. I just couldn't understand. So can you please tell what was that and where are those people? And Yudhishthira started laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing, and then suddenly became serious. So becoming serious, then Yudhishthira said, hello, Bhima, these are the symptoms of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga symptoms. He said that this is nothing, but this is what is going to happen in some years to come. Now Kali Yuga will come, and these are the symptoms of Kali Yuga. So he wanted to come and let me know that he is going to come. Bhima said, what do you mean symptoms of Kali Yuga? ये क्या है, symptoms क्या है Kali Yuga का? He said, it's very simple. In fence eating the crop, in Kali Yuga, the government who is meant to protect the citizens, it will be the government who will trouble the citizens more. Now we see that nowadays. Second, he said, the jug filling the glasses and the glasses not filling the jug. That is what will happen in Kali Yuga. The parents will take care of all the kids properly. But when it comes time for the kids to take care of the parents, they won't take care properly. The glasses will not again fill up the jug. And in the case of elephant, he said that there are a lot of scams will happen in Kali Yuga. Big scams will happen. But whoever will be the main culprit, the big elephant, they will get released. No one will be able to catch that. Only some petty thieves will be caught. That is what is happening now also, you know that. After hearing this, Bhima said, oh, wow, I understand this, but what about the 4th one? He said, the 4th one is the best one, Yudhishthira said. While other 3 were about problems, the 4th one is the solution. So what do you mean? He said, yes. In the 4th one, it is mentioned that there will be lots and lots of sins these people will commit in the Yuga of Kali Yuga. But all the sins can just be nullified by a simple string of holy name. Just by the holy name, all the sins can be nullified. That is the beauty of Kali Yuga. That is one of the symptoms is what it is. So Bhima said that very nice, that at least after everything, there may be a lot of problems, but at least by the solution of the holy name, everything will get resolved. That's something very nice. Actually, that is the good quality of Kali Yuga. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 3rd chapter, 51st verse, where Sukadev Goswami tells to Parikshit. Parikshit was the grandson of Yudhishthira. Sukadev says to Parikshit that Kalir dosha nidhi rajan asti hi eko mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. Says, my dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the name of Lord Sri Krishna, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom, Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. Yeah, in fact, it is mentioned that one time when every sages went to meet Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva was actually singing Jai Kali Yuga, Jai Kali Yuga, Jai Kali Yuga. He was actually saying, very nice, Kali Yuga is coming. And people were like, why are you saying very nice, Kali Yuga is coming, Kali Yuga is coming? That's why you are writing the Vedas. That's why you are saying that everything is problematic. You are yourself saying all problematic things. But now you are saying Jai Kali Yuga. Vyasadeva said, hello, I have written that in Vedas also. I have written that in Srimad Bhagavatam also, that in Kali Yuga, the best thing is just by chanting the holy name, people can get liberated. People can go back to Goloka. So that is why I'm saying this is the best Yuga. People may think this is the worst Yuga, but actually this is the best Yuga. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, just by chanting the name of the Lord, we can go back to Golok Vrindavan. If you see, and that's the beauty of Krishna's holy name. See, anything which gets touched by Krishna, the value increases for them. They become sacred, anything which gets, like you are seeing on the left, there's a mountain. The mountain does not even have trees. But that mountain is one of the most holiest mountains. There is a Govardhan Parvat, Why it is most holy now? Because it is most holy because it was touched by Krishna. Similarly, the flowers which are there, these are flowers, Parijat flowers. These flowers may be fallen on the road. You will not even understand the importance. But when this flower gets touched by Krishna, when it is touched by Krishna, then every devotee will rush for it. Give me some flowers, give me some flowers, give me some flowers. So anything, when it gets touched by Krishna, then the value of that increases. And it is said that in the Kali Yuga, the Krishna has come as the holy name. So anytime when we get touched with the holy name, when we chant the holy name and we get touched by the holy name, our value increases. Like the value of Govardhan increases, the value of the flower increases. Similarly, when we chant the holy name, our value will increase because we will then become in unison with the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. It is mentioned that holy name is actually more merciful than the Lord also. It's more merciful than the Lord. In fact, it is the cheapest and sure ticket to Goloka. Just by chanting, that is the cheapest way. You don't even have to buy anything. You don't even have to do anything. The cheapest and sure ticket, one ticket to Goloka. Like wonderful yesterday, Sipada Manji shared with me this. This cheapest and sure ticket to Goloka is by chanting the holy name of the Lord. In fact, like it is said, you can chant any name. Like you can chant Christos, you can chant Allah. You go and see everyone, every time they are chanting. When I go to some hospitals, I see outside the hospital, outside the operation theater, many a times I go to hospital, outside the operation theater. One time I was in Chennai, I was chanting on my beach, and I saw one Muslim lady, she was chanting on a beach, and there a sister came and she also had a Christian beach. So everyone chants, whether it's Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Allah, or Hari, or Christos, whatever it is, they chant. Everyone is chanting the name of the Lord because that is the means for this age. There is no other way, there is no other way. That is the only means by which in this age you can reach out to the Lord. So now that we know that we can take any name, now why should we be very specific that we chant the Mahamantra? Why are we all saying that we should chant only the Mahamantra? So there's a very interesting story which comes in Kali Santarana Upanishad. Hari Om Dwaparante Narada Brahmanam Jagama Katham Bhagavanam Gam Paryatana Kalim Santarayam iti. So after going all over the world, Narada Muni once approached Lord Brahma, his father, and he said, "Oh, in the age of Kali, how will people deliver themselves?" Brahma said, "You have asked very important question now. I will tell you the most concealed secret of the Vedic literature." This comes in Kali Santarana Upanishad, which is one of the 108 principal Upanishad. He said, simply by chanting the transcendental name of Lord Narayana, all the sins will be cleansed in Kali Yuga. He said, just by chanting the name of the Lord, all the sins will be cleansed. So Narada then asked, Narada again asked, what is the specific name of the Lord which is most effective in Kali Yuga? Narada asked, which name is most effective in Kali Yuga? Every name we can chant of Lord Narayana, but which name is most effective? So actually, Sa Hovacha Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means Brahma. It is in Kali Santarana 5 and 6. He said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Sodasakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanasanam Nata Parvataropaya sarva vedeshu dishyate. Lord Brahma said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. These 16 words, these are meant for completely destroying the contamination of Kali. And there is no alternative in all the Vedas except the chanting of this Sodasakam Nam Nam. Except the 16-word mantra, there is no other alternative, he said. So Brahma, Hiranyagarbha, he is saying that to Narada, that this is mentioned in the Kali Santana Upanishad. He says, so now that we know that we can chant the name of the Lord, we also saw that which name is more important. Now we are actually going to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We know the Mahamantra, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So actually the word Hare is referring to Srimati Radharani. And Krishna is referring to the all attractive, Krishna. And Rama, Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya says, that Rama could refer to Balarama, Rama could refer to Ramachandra, even he says it could refer to Parasurama, it could refer to Nityananda Rama, one which gives pleasure. That's why when you chant, you get the pleasure. So that is what the constituents are. And in fact, among the 16 words, 8 is Srimati Radharani itself, Hare. So it's like Hara, actually her name is Hara. So like when in vocative, when you call someone in loving, you call it as Hare. So that is how that is called out, right? So actually, when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it means, oh Krishna, oh energy of Krishna, Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your service. So it means that, please, we are putting a job application. We're saying, please engage me in your service. That's what is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So whenever we go to in front of the Lord, we are actually saying, give me service. Please give me some service. I'm your eternal servant. So we're saying, oh energy of Krishna, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. Perfect. So now that we know this, that we are asking him for service, it's mentioned that when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, before we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is nice if we can chant the Panchatattva mantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because this was more so intensified by the Panchatattva. So we are hence chanting, before we chant the round, I'll show you how to chant, but before we chant, we are hence chanting Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi means etc. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, the other devotees. So before we start anything, we are taking the blessings of the Lord who had come as devotee. So we are saying Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar. So you're seeing, right, the first one is Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar. Gadadhar is again Srimati Radharani. Srivas is Narada. So Adi means etc. Gaur Bhaktivinoda and all the other Vaishnavas, please bless. So before, Srila Prabhupada says, before started chanting, it is nice if we can chant this Panchatattva mantra. So when we are chanting, the three things are very important. One is Japamala, one is the Japamala bag, and one is the Sakshi Mala. Put it on the things. Three things are very important. So when we are chanting, so in the center there is one bead, if you can see here. The center bead. This is called the Krishna bead. And there are 108 beads, So when we hold, we don't use this finger, We don't use this finger. And on the center bead, we chant the Panchatattva mantra. And Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. On the center bead. And then on each of the bead, we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Now, because this bead will not fall down, that's why we put it inside a bead bag. Inside a bead bag. And when we put that, there is actually very nice way. If you take the bead bag, there is a small hole. There's a big hole. So the big hole This is the big hole. In the big hole, you put this. But there is a small hole also. In the small hole, you take out your index finger, the finger which you are not using. So when you take out the index finger through that hole, then what will happen is you will not use that finger for chanting, as well as it will stick. It will stay fixed. Your japamala will not fall, but your bag will not fall, and this bead will not fall also. And then we start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, on each beat. And we continue. Like that, when we continue, when we complete our 108 times, we will come to this last beat. And we come to this last beat, when we come to this last beat, we don't jump over the Krishna beat. We again change back. We change back and we start chanting again, So again we start chanting, right? And when we complete one round, at that point of time, we then use the Sakshi Mala. The Sakshi Mala which I said, that Sakshi Mala is used so that we can keep a count of the number of times we have chanted. So the Sakshi Mala is in the side. So the Sakshi Mala, we pull it up. So we say one round is done. I don't know if you're able to see that. So this is how we keep a track of it, right? So three things important: bead bag, Japamala, and Sakshi Mala. We know now how to chant, when to chant. You can chant anytime. You can chant anytime. You can chant night 12 o'clock, you can chant morning 3 o'clock, you can chant 4 o'clock, you can chant afternoon, you can chant anytime. And there can be times when we cannot do puja, like someone has died in our family, we may not do deity worship. But there may be specific times when mothers don't do puja. But Harinam, there is no problem. Every time you can do the puja. So it can be done, because Krishna, Mahaprabhu has written, there are no hard and fast rules. You can chant any time. Yeah, so we can chant anytime, Now comes the question, should I chant loudly or should I chant in mind? So Haridas Thakur has very nicely written. Haridas Thakur is actually the Namacharya. Haridas Thakur says, at least we should chant loud enough to hear ourselves. Prabhupada one time says, Nis Nis Ram Ram, Nis Nis Ram Ram. Not Prabhupada says we should at least chant loud enough to hear. So you should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By that we can hear. And all living entities are benefited of our loud chanting. See, there are plants, there are animals who cannot chant. But if you chant loudly, even they will be benefited. So we should chant loudly. Which beats our mind and how to chant and quality and chanting is there. Some very nice topic comes up, which bead we should use, how our mind we should control during chanting, why we should chant 1 time, 2 time, 4 time, and what we should give importance, quality or quantity, and how should we concentrate during chanting. All these we'll do, but we'll do it next time.